Oh, shit.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, everybody.
One and all.
Hey, babies.
To the Three Dudes podcast. I am your host for this week,
Yeah.
Slam, and I have a delicious fruit filling.
My name is Ham, and I have a delicious cream filling.
My name is Drog, and inside there's just mud.
Yeah.
And this is the Three Dudes podcast, where we chronicle our friendship, talk about bullshit, schmurp and derp, and just generally
the old schmurpender.
generally have a good old pleasant time.
Yeah.
I'm like feeling lazy today.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I gotta wake this
We
thing
were all.
up.
It's worth noting that all of us were pretty much falling asleep like 30 minutes ago.
I
So
just took a nice nap.
Yeah.
I'm drinking some. Well, I'll save that. I'm
Yeah.
drinking something.
you sure are, buddy.
I don't want to spoil anything.
I wonder what it is that you're drinking.
Oh boy,
Man, I wonder if we're gonna find out later in the show at some time. Maybe at a dedicated segment.
Yeah, maybe when we ordinarily do that.
Maybe when the NSA discloses all of our personal information.
Yeah, that's weird.
Being commies.
I don't want the NSA keeping track of what I'm drinking.
Well, tough shit. I pity whatever NSA guy is following me because he's probably bored out of.
I know.
fucking
Do you ever want to see if you have an FBI file and see what's on there?
Hell yeah,
I'm always super curious about that shit.
Yeah.
What do they have on
Just
there?
like what troubling Google searches you
Right.
may have pulled,
Right.
just out of curiosity, like for the Anarchist Cookbook or
Right.
something like
I
that.
have. I think I have downloaded the Anarchist Cookbook several times.
I have a copy of that too.
Do you? Yeah, you get dinged automatically if you download that. So
We got it from a BitTorrent site, so I don't know if they.
Oh.
It was like a private tracker.
they almost definitely know that you downloaded it.
All right, well that's good.
Yeah,
That's nice.
probably fine.
Well, I'll see you guys in prison.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing good in the Anarchist Cookbook. Really.
Yeah.
There's no good
Really?
explosives. No, that's all right.
I read something recently. They interviewed the guy, and he deeply regrets having written it.
Yeah.
Like he's real bummed out about it.
What a puss baby.
What a little puss baby.
A little puss baby.
What a little puss.
Yeah. What a little puss baby.
Anyway.
So anyway,
Hi.
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 How are you?
Good.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm great.
And I'm here too.
Hey, shut up. How you doing over there?
Good. I'm sitting behind the bar. I'm the host. I'm this week's host.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
And it's my responsibility and duty and obligation now to move us into a segment
Oh no.
called Why We're Fucked.
Yeah.
So, we're fucked.
Yep. You don't got anything? I don't have anything yet.
I don't really have
That's okay.
much. I'm pretty satisfied with how.
We might not be fucked this week. For your
We can take a week off from being fucked.
Yeah, we might not be. I mean, the dumpster fire that is the Trump administration is slowly collapsing.
I heard they've identified an 8th person at this meeting that So that's the thing. Robert Mueller's interviewing people and shit about it. So that's happening.
The dumpster fire that is my life is continuing to rage on.
Yeah.
This is slowly burning.
And inside you at a chair saying, "This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine."
Everything's fine here. I'm okay with everything that's happening.
Yeah.
No, that's good. You don't have to.
I don't know. I mean, there's some reasons we're probably fucked.
Yeah, I have a why we're fucked this week.
Yeah.
I've got one too, but I want to see if it's the one that.
It's almost definitely not the same reason that I think we're fucked.
Okay, I was gonna say we're fucked because you just had to pay $4 fucking for a Choco Taco.
Oh yeah, let's talk
What?
about that here. So
What?
when we were all getting a little nappy poo on.
Yeah, I was maybe giving a little nappy.
I got back from grabbing the beer, and there was the ice cream man out there.
Everyone loves the ice cream, man.
Yeah, and I had to pay. Now, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
the ice cream man, you get one of those little Spider-Man pops with the gumball eyes for $1, and maybe $1.25 if it was a good one. I got a Choco Taco when I went to the ice cream truck just recently. They are great. When I was a child, they were $2.
I cannot believe you paid $4.
I paid $4 goddamn for a Choco Taco.
It wasn't even that big either.
No, it wasn't. It's like a subpar sized Choco Taco.
I bet they've shrunk the Choco Taco.
It's like the Choco Mini Taco.
It's a little the Choco Taquito.
Did they shrink the fucking Choco Taco?
I bet they did.
No, it was bullshit. And then I gave her a tip, and I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't have given her a tip.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's her fault that the ice cream prices are that high. It's this girl's fault that the ice cream prices are so high.
Yeah.
And totally not her bastard father who's making her work in the ice cream truck in the summertime.
Making? That's a sweet king, man.
This ice cream truck has been passed down to us for generations.
Yes, it is our legacy, daughter. It is our most meaningful accomplishment.
From the hills of old Bavaria, where the... I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's just fucking bullshit. That's crazy.
$4.
You can go to Dollar General and get a 6-pack of Klondikes for $3.
Yeah.
That sounds really good right now, actually. I haven't had a Klondike in a minute.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Man, I would do so much evil shit for a
I would
Klondike.
too.
Oh, man.
I would do so much shit if you didn't give me a Klondike bar.
I'd just do it anyway.
Would you shave your grandpa's scrotum with your teeth?
Well, I mean...
Well, if he asked me to.
But I mean, that's just respect for my elders. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's bonding time.
$4 fucking chocolate.
I like bringing this up anytime ice cream guys get mentioned, which is there's a statistical correlation between as the number of ice cream truck drivers that are active in a city goes up, so too does the rate of violent crime.
Interesting.
Is that true?
That's true. Now,
It's one of those weird, odd,
Yeah, it's like
correlative things. Yeah.
they teach you this because in statistics because there's to introduce you to the concept of a confounding variable. Namely, the third variable in this picture is heat.
Right.
As heat goes up, violent crime increases, but also there's more ice cream. The two are entirely unrelated. It's just that they're both a consequence of the temperature rising.
What if they are, though?
Ice cream turf wars.
Yeah, every ice cream driver's just got a club in a
This is my block.
little cabbie hat.
Yes. I warned you to stay out of my territory.
Warriors!
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
To play!
He's cracking 3 fudge bars together.
In the post-apocalyptic shithole of Youngstown, Ohio, there is only the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, I got kind of a why we're fucked.
Yeah, why are we fucked?
I was at the Italian festival in Akron.
Yeah.
I went.
I didn't see one Italian.
Okay, no, I did see the most Italian guy I ever saw. Actually,
Was he like licking his fingertips and raking his eyebrows back?
That's a little old man.
Yeah.
In like all red and green, and he was playing a fucking accordion.
Accordion, the stretchy thing.
And it was amazing.
Yeah,
he was the most Italian thing I ever saw.
Little squeeze box around his chest.
Yeah. Oh, he was great. But I went down there to get lunch. I went 2 days in a row. The first day, I thought, I want a Stromboli.
Yeah, dude.
I want a Stromboli and I want it bad. Yeah, because it's like first of all, they look gorgeous. I go by this bowly hut. They got all these bowlies. I'm like super excited.
Hey, y'all got bowlies?
Y'all got bowlies? I love a bowlie.
Yeah, we got bowlies.
Y'all got some bowlies?
Come on down. I'm trying to do the accent. Come on down to Nicolini's Bowling Hut. We got all the bowlies you want.
We got so many bowlies.
We got so many bowlies.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to give me a nice little bowlie. I got 2 bowlies, actually. I was a real piece of shit that day.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
spent $13 on Stromboli for lunch.
That's a lot of bowling.
That's a super lot of bowlie.
That's
a little bit, a lot of bit of
That's a lot of bowling. That's an absurd amount of bowling.
That's too bully to handle.
A disgusting quantity of bowling.
That's a repugnant amount of Stromboli. A morally questionable amount of Stromboli. Yeah. And we brought it back to the office. I got a meatball bowlie and I got the regular bowlie, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meatball bowlie, terrible.
Really?
Yeah, because what happened was on the inside, I couldn't separate out what was cheese and what was gooey bread.
Yeah.
And I need to know which is which.
Oh, you have to know. What?
You know?
Part of the thing is, and I don't think meatball's a good bully filling.
It's a bad bully. It's a bad bully.
You gotta go the classic cheese and extra pepperoni, dude.
Yeah, so the other one was like ham, salami, and pepperoni. Yeah, that's like, the regular bully.
Like the standard Italian meats. You get a little gabagool in there.
Yeah,
a little gabagool.
Yeah. Give me a gabagool.
A little gabagool. You get a ghost that likes to gabba all the time.
Oh my god.
Hey, gabagool.
If you will.
If you will.
I won't. Anyway, meatball bully, not very good.
No.
The other bully, okay. Both of them had this. I got this cup of sauce. It was, I could tell they watered it down with city water because it fucking tasted like that coppery shit water.
Dude.
I was so mad. Okay, so here's what I did the next day. I went down there again and I'm like, no, I'm going to do this right. And do you know what I got?
What?
I got a DeRusso sausage. Mm-hmm. And it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was
It's never
perfect.
not.
It's always the best. Youngstown Zone, DeRusso sausage sandwich. It had onions and peppers on it.
Oh, they're always. And you can buy them in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Make your own goddamn DeRusso Italian sausage.
I can make an entire grill of 8 of them.
Yeah.
And eat them all to myself like a fat fuck. But anyway, the reason we're fucked there is don't pass off shit bully to me. I mean,
no. If you're gonna do bully, you got to do it right.
Do a better job.
Even Pizza Hut does an okay bully.
Man, Pizza Hut does an okay everything.
I might get. Ooh, Pizza Hut. Okay, everything.
Can you buy a Pizzone still?
What's a Pizzone?
You remember the Pizzone?
I do remember the Pizzone. I do remember the Pizzone.
A calzone.
Yeah.
The P' zone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Actually, if they deliver those, I might get a Pizzone later.
Honestly, we should call and be like, listen, I need to speak to Chuck.
Yeah.
I need to speak directly to Chuck.
Wait, let's call on the show. Let's put one of our phones on speaker mode, and we'll call Pizza Hut and ask for the Pizzone.
Yeah. We need 5 Pizzones.
I require as many Pizzones as you have. I will be willing to put this on my credit card.
Yeah.
And a whole shitload of the Mulan Szechuan dipping sauce.
Mulan sauce, Morty. No, one-armed man.
Yeah, you can't have a bad bully, especially in a city that is densely populated with.
I know,
like all this ethnic stuff.
Yeah, like Youngstown's better for it.
Akron,
a lot of wops, a lot of Polacks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I think Youngstown's better for this shit. I was just super disappointed. In that runny piss water that they called sauce.
Yeah,
and the meatball bully. I hated it. I was so mad.
No, that's not good. Yeah, you can't get a bad bully.
Yeah. Anyway, why do you think we're fucked?
I think we're fucked because we're still letting stupid people breed children, and I don't. And it pisses me off.
Yeah,
could you elaborate or specify a little on this point?
You were on this kick the other day.
Well, okay, so the other day was my last day of work before my vacation. I'm on vacation this week.
Oh shit!
Taking
really?
some time off. Yeah, I'm off all week. So.
Nice.
Oh God! Oh Jesus! But no, I'm on vacation this week, and it was literally the final minutes before I would punch out to go on my vacation.
Yeah.
These like rednecky folks come in, and like the real white trashy rednecky hillbilly got way too many kids that they don't know how to take care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They do,
and just rude. And they wanted to order a chest freezer to put in their basement, the big one,
right?
And they were obnoxious hillbillies, and we got all the way through the order, and I was covering like what the delivery team's gonna do when they deliver this thing to them, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, when we come in, we make sure we got a clean path to where we need to go. If we're going to the basement, make sure you don't have like a railing on the side.
Yeah.
And then like when they bring it in, they'll unpackage it, check it over for damage. They'll balance it. Make sure we have a steady floor to lay it on. It can't be like this.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, they're gonna have to put it up on cinder blocks. And I said, they're not gonna do that because they're not.
Right.
And she's like, what do you mean they're not? I said, they're not going to do that. Like, aside from being a huge liability on our part, it's also, like, against zoning code. Like, we can't do that.
I didn't realize that.
Like,
why can't you put it on the blocks?
It's a huge so third parties in the state of Ohio have to follow manufacturer's instructions by the book. If a third party comes to deliver anything,
makes sense.
We have to follow it by the book. Otherwise, we're liable for any damage.
Okay.
So, like, they could get it delivered and then get one of their fucking drunk cousins to help them. It's not that heavy. Lift it on top of the cinder blocks if they want, but we can't do that.
Right.
And she's like, well, and this is the clue. This is when you know you're dealing with an idiot. She's like, well, the rental company that I get everything from puts them up on cinder blocks. And I'm like, what, you know, and I'm like, okay. So it's literally my reaction was like, okay, well, we're not. Like,
yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do that. We don't break the law here.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, they're going to have to do that or we're going to return it. And I'm like, well, I can tell you with 100% certainty, they are not going to do that.
Why can't she put it up? Why can't they put it on the box?
I don't know. They were getting it delivered today, so I don't know how this is going to turn up.
Oh, man.
And her husband, like, in the middle of this, he's like, well, if they're not going to do it right, I don't fucking care, you know. And he, like, walked away all pissed. Meanwhile, he's got one of the flatbed shopping carts.
Yeah.
He's got a baby in, like, a rocking car seat kind of thing.
Yeah.
And as he's like pushing it away, the baby like tipped over backwards. He's like rocking. He's like such in a huff that he like knocked the baby backwards.
Oh,
like,
God damn it! He pushed the baby over.
Yeah, and
come on, baby, we're getting out of here.
And I said, listen, I was like, I'll save you the headache. Like, they're not gonna do that. I can 100% guarantee you that they're not going to do that.
Right.
I mean, I can't say they're not going to do that, but like they're probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's illegal.
Like they're really not supposed to do that.
Because they're really not supposed to do that. We get in a lot of trouble for that shit. And she's like, well, I want to talk to your manager. And I'm like, all right. So I called my manager, Alvin, one of our supervisors, back. And it's the end of the night. Yeah. Oh, he hates when people do that. I called him back. It's right at the end of the night. And he's like, I said, can I get a manager back to the appliance desk? And he's like, God damn it, Brady. Am I going to get yelled at? And I just, because I'm standing right in front of the lady.
They can see
and
you.
I just said, yes. All right. And he came back there. And I calmly explained it to him. And he's like, yeah. He looked up and he's like, yeah, I can't promise they're going to do that. Like, they're just not.
Yeah.
And she got all like, she's like, well, he's saying I can't even buy it. I'm like, I did not say that.
I didn't say
I didn't say that at all. I just said they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can return it when they don't do that if you want, but I can tell you they're not going to put it up on top of those blocks.
Jesus.
So meantime, like in the meanwhile, the guy who like stormed off in a huff, her husband, went up to the front of the building and threatened to blow the store up.
What?
Yeah, like I'm not kidding. Like he threatened to blow the store.
Who did he threaten?
Nobody to the air, to the ether.
He's just like, I'm gonna blow the whole store.
Yeah, he's like, well, if they don't do this right, I'm gonna blow the store up. He's talking to himself like a fucking psychopath.
Jesus
Christ. So and he had 3 little kids with him. And they were like, the white trashy, like yelling at the kids for nothing. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, like, really sad.
That
fucking
bums me out.
Yeah, it really
people
bums
just
me
yelling
out.
at the kids for no reason.
I'm at work, so I can't just tell listen, you fat cunt, get out of my fucking store, take your fucking hilljack husband with you, and give me the kids.
Yeah, right.
You fucking animals.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
That's the sad part. I don't care that they were assholes, but they got kids, and those people shouldn't have been allowed to have children.
No.
They just shouldn't have been. We should have measured that guy's IQ at 25, and when we saw that it was below 65, we should have just chemically castrated him and just been done with it. Just ignored the fact, ignored his human rights completely, and just castrated him, put him to work in a salt mine somewhere.
Well, it's too bad we can't do a Minority Report thing where you can just see in the future what a shitty parent someone's going to be.
Right.
And then just in the nick of time.
And then kill him. And then just shoot him.
You just run into their home at the right time and have them pull out every time.
Yeah. Grab them by the hips and.
Yeah, we're from the Department of Pre-Parenthood.
Yeah.
And we're not authorizing the load you were about to deposit.
Just, I'm going to steal more from Bill Burr. Yeah. Just make it one of those, that guy just looking up, walking into traffic. Yeah. Stop making that guy.
Stop making that guy.
Oh,
that's fucking great.
Yeah, please.
He's right, though.
Yeah, he's right. We got way too many dumbasses.
Just be in the way, people, he says.
Just breathing. Just taking up everybody's air.
Yeah.
All of us who are at least mildly like mildly
contributing in the smallest possible way, and still contributing
to organized society. Just mildly there. The rest of them, fuck them.
Yeah.
We should. I don't know. Put them in a giant crater and then drop a bomb on top of it and just.
We'll just like open up an old like a collapsed coal mine and just walk everybody in and then just close the door.
Yeah, just fucking dynamite it shut. Fend for themselves for like 15 years like it's Fallout.
Oh my god. Oh, this reminds me of something that's kind of unrelated, but I just want to mention it because it freaks me out. Is when I was in Texas, Joe was telling me a story about a guy that did a bunch of this like spelunking kind of stuff in like the caves in Texas.
Yeah.
And this dude like found his way all the way into he would go into these little teeny cracks and chutes. He did this a lot, right? And he eventually one time found himself in one where he had to kind of like pull in and squeeze over this little crack, and then it just went straight down and he was stuck and it was closed. He was just in a tiny little space, right? So somebody, I don't know how the fuck they found him stuck, right? But they did. And they sent crews in after him to like crawl in behind him and try to get him and pull him out. He was just hanging upside down. He hung upside down for so long that he just died.
Yeah, you get all the blood rush into your head. That's it.
He just stayed upside down for long enough that he died. They couldn't get him out. And so they just closed the fucking thing up.
Oh.
The guy's in there right now.
Ugh, getting eaten.
How fucked is that?
He's worm chow.
That's like the most nightmarish thing. Like if I think about that, I feel a huge sense of dread.
Yeah.
It just comes over me.
He's cave spider chow.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
He's just spiders making little nests in his butthole.
Yeah.
They can't get out.
Yep.
They can't get out either, so there's just a whole army of spiders in his asshole right now.
A whole army of spiders.
Just slithering in little cave snakes and stuff. Just like, oh.
Why is it the butthole?
I don't know.
Why not the mouth?
Well, because the mouth is at the bottom of the little part of the cave. They're coming from the other side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the butthole is the first thing I encounter.
What about the ones that are in the cave crawling? I guess snakes can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Up from the.
Yeah, I wonder how they do.
Maybe can snakes go vertical?
I mean, probably.
I just pictured a snake on a skateboard with sunglasses and a baseball cap. Vertical.
Getting vertical.
Getting rad. Yeah. No, I just we're fucked. We're fucked because people are people.
People are fucking terrible.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Remove their children from them. Put them in a big hole in the ground. Just close the top of it.
Give them like the Sons of Anarchy treatment. Put them in the desert and just bury them up to their neck. Let the scorpions have them.
Oh, God. Terrifying. Yeah. Wow, this is a dark opening.
Yeah, wow, this is really fucking dark.
When we come back,
no more of that grim shit.
Yeah. Let's get into the fun stuff, guys.
Yeah, right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Schmorpin and Dorpin.
Schmorpin and Dorpin.
After this.
Whatever this is.
After this nonsense.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Three Dudes Podcast. We are charging directly into a segment that we like to call
thrusting forward.
We love to call it this.
Powerfully. Schmorpin and Dorpin.
Dolphin and Lundgren.
Cookie, raisin.
Cookie, monster.
So what I'm
turfing.
Surfing and turfing.
Oh man.
Carpet, cleaning.
So
Sufjan Stevens.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
So I am Dolphin. Or I was at one point. Bubba Cola.
Delicious Bubba Cola.
Bubba Cola.
I am
Brands.
extraordinarily hungover.
I like brands.
Brands.
I like brands.
Brands.
I'm a big fan of brands.
Yeah.
I like brand awareness.
I like Brand Stark.
I
like Raisin Bran.
I like Bran the Builder, the original Brandon Stark.
Yep.
who for all we know is also this Brandon Stark.
Yeah,
we
don't know.
It might be.
We don't know. We don't know dick.
I'm still I'm of the notion that that Bran Stark is the Lord of Light.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's my theory. That's what I'm rolling with.
That's a good theory.
I also, this is just my own little theory. I have absolutely nothing to back this up, but Bran Stark's time travel fuckery is the reason why the show is different from the books. Divergent timelines.
That'd be sweet.
You.
That'd be sweet.
All right.
That's how George R.R. Martin sleeps at night, I guess.
So anyway, yeah, I can't do alcohol tonight for reasons I would prefer not to get into.
He's hungover.
Yeah, you did say that. You did already say it.
I did, yeah. To be fair,
That's a pretty good Dorpin.
but I am Lundgren. This my staple Perla Del Mar, but it's a what is it?
A Maduro. So
Mojave?
it's Maduro.
Mojave.
Yeah. So it's the thicker version.
Yeah, so it feels more
Bulky.
densely packed.
Yeah.
And it's got a darker wrap.
Yeah.
Than the version I'm used to.
It's
It's
nice
the
looking cigar.
it's the and now that a lot of people it does change the flavor and the burn too because it's basically the same blend but it's a thicker wrap but
Yeah,
it's,
like a darker smoke.
yeah darker smoke
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, what's it kind of tasting like? Give us some notes on it.
It's definitely it's I guess earthier.
yeah the
than-
darker wraps are a lot earthier
than what
usually.
what I'm used to, which is good. It's not. I don't know. It tastes smoother than the
More
the
smoke.
lighter wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thicker tobacco. Well, there's more tobacco in them, so it's thicker as possible.
Pack it in.
Yeah. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it, but I honestly I kind of might like this better than the
Yeah,
original.
I like a little more moderate kind of cigar. Not necessarily. Some of the cigars are real heavy, and I can't do super heavy smokes, but I like a little more moderate kind of.
Yeah.
Like a little thicker.
I love some of the words people use to describe like cigars and also beers. Like all the
Earthy.
Yeah.
Caramely.
Yeah.
Woody.
I learned
Scotch.
a new one from Christy,
What?
which is that sour beers are often described as having a horse blankets
Yeah.
taste.
horse blankets.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know what the fuck
shit?
exactly that means. I don't know who has ever been like, oh, this reminds me of horse blankets.
I like
What the fuck, man?
a friend of mine, Ross, and his buddies used to do a beer tasting night where we'd all smoke cigars, and then everybody had to bring 3 bottles, like big bottles of beer, to taste, and they do a blind tasting. Then, if you were new, you had to bring 4. That was the rule, and they'd get little snifters, and
Little snifters.
we'd taste them. We'd try them out, and they would actually rate them. It's such a fucking dude thing to do.
Yeah,
it's a total fucking guy thing.
We never really have had a proper tasting.
We should do that. We should do it. Yeah, but it was fun, and then like you taste it, and you. Based on what you like, you decide to keep drinking or not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then you kind of rank it on a ranking system. And, I remember the first night we did that, I went over to his buddy's house. It was his buddy Rob's house, who's a Scotch guy, and I'm a Scotch guy.
Okay.
And, what?
Oh, wait, hold on. We're being informed that there are balls.
Whiskey balls.
Oh, yeah, the whiskey balls are coming.
Yeah,
balls.
Aubrey's gonna be coming by in a little while to deliver
Drop off some whiskey
balls.
balls.
This breaking news alert from 3 dudes. There are balls on the way.
We got balls coming.
My girlfriend has balls.
If you look over here on the map, you will see a large ball area.
There's a lot of balls
That's
on the way.
what the giant B means on the map.
These balls smell kind of alcohol-y.
Yes.
Yes, very earthy and woody.
This is really very horse blanket.
very
smell
horse
of those
blanket.
Very
balls.
horse blankety balls. No, but we did that little tasting, and then we did the beers, and he brought out Scotch. He had a very old Lafroig, which is my favorite Scotch, but he had a very old special edition Lafroig that was like a 22-year-old Scotch.
Yeah.
That they only made like 1,200 bottles of that his wife bought him for their wedding.
That's fantastic.
And he's like, I only break this out every once in a while, and he poured this little glasses of Scotch, and it was fucking great.
I believe it.
But the downside is by the end of the night, after what were we at? 13 bottles of beer, and then a couple nice glasses of scotch. I was fucking hammered. It was fun, but I was fucking hammered.
Yeah, devastated.
That was bad. But yeah, no, that's a fun thing to do. That's a good thing to get.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one of these times.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. So we use Morbid and Dormant. Ham.
I am sharking. Basically the same thing I was sharking last week. It's that Julius Caesar cigar. This is the shorter one. I'm not complaining. I liked it so much I bought it again. It's really good.
Yeah, it smells fantastic.
You want to take a little blasty blast
you know
on
what?
that?
I never get in on the cigar part of this.
You need to get that's half the fun of this show, man. To smoke cigars and drink beer.
Oh,
it's a good one. The sweet spot's like right there. Ooh. So we're coming up on it. It's a good smoke. I like it.
That's delightful.
I'm drinking Rolling Rock, one of my favorites.
From the glass line tanks of
Old Latrobe.
We tender this premium beer.
Where the hell is Latrobe?
To your good taste. Yeah. It's actually about 30 miles southeast of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I say it's in PA.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I looked it up the other day.
Yep.
Because I was reading the back of my Rolling Rock, and I wonder where Old Latrobe is.
Now, where is New Latrobe?
New Latrobe is on the moon, actually. They relocated to the moon. Yeah.
Makes the beer taste like shit.
That's right. That's where they make Roving Rock.
Dad! Come on, Dad.
Along with various other kinds of moonshine.
I guess the glass line tanks thing used to be a really big deal.
Yeah.
Because it was for sanitation purposes. I thought it was like a lot cleaner, make it like better beer.
Well, that's probably why they give you the clear glass on the bottle, too.
Yeah, probably.
They let it skunk a little bit. Yeah, that's good stuff. What do you got there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm boring again. Smorping my Marlboro Edge cigarettes, and I'm dorping a Rolling Rock, but me in a can.
Ooh.
You want to do a little taste test here? See if we can taste any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little curious. Yeah. All right, open it up a can. Get that. Yep. All right. Switch. Yeah. All right.
Mine's better.
Yours is better. This tastes like shit.
Mine's better.
Now we know.
Yep. Got a little skunkier.
Yeah, let's a little bit more in the way of flavor. It's got a little funk on it.
Yep.
So anyway, now we know.
Yep.
Don't buy in the can.
Yep. No, it's not the same.
But if you want 30 of them, buy them in the can.
Right.
Yes. No, good stuff. Well, I guess are we all done?
I guess we're all done.
Are we all smurped and derped?
We're really just kind of moving along.
Fire today.
We Dolph Lundgren the shit out of that one.
We sharked and dorsal finned.
Every time I hear the name Dolph Lundgren, I remember that episode of It's Always Sunny where they're talking about the movie they're writing and the scientist.
Dog cop.
Yeah, it's
scientist.
Yeah, whatever. It was called. What the fuck was it called? Oh shit!
I remember the character's name was also Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, right. The character was Dolph Lundgren.
It was being played by Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, and it was just going to be a bunch of porn.
Full penetration.
Yeah, full penetration. And Charlie says, I think people are going to be very uncomfortable seeing Dolph Lundgren's naked penis going into that woman. And I was thinking that line and laughed to myself. He's very uncomfortable. Yeah. Dolph Lundgren's naked penis.
I must break you. If he does, he does.
Jesus. That's dark.
Yeah.
Now imagine him saying those during sex.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing. It's terrible.
Dolph Lundgren is a scary man.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago. Yeah.
So I decided to take a little bit of inspiration from my first topic, which was Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, Desert Island Survival.
Desert Island. And I decided to look again at what happened today in history, today being July the 18th.
Ooh.
And in 1940,
oh boy,
on this day,
1940,
July 18th, 1940, Franklin Delano Roosevelt is nominated for an unprecedented third term in office.
Yes.
The only president, of course, to serve more than two.
Correct.
Up to a grand total of 4 before we decided that you couldn't do that anymore. And he did a pretty good job if he got elected 4 fucking times.
Yeah,
did.
And
well-liked man.
Had a a fortitude I can't even imagine because, one term of president is enough to scare most people off.
Yeah, right.
With polio, no less.
Yeah,
let's not forget
polio,
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I'm willing to bet us dudes 3 could be better presidents than Mr. Polio Face.
Okay.
Mr. Polio Face.
Mr. Polio Face.
Ow, my face.
Bring us a dream. Please stop Mr. Hitler from blowing up the world. He's got a mustache that nobody likes much. Why does he shave both sides of his? I don't know.
Please continue.
I have nothing else. I'm tapped out. I have nothing there.
Few mustaches have just been ruined and wiped off the earth.
Yeah,
I like that mustache.
Completely around.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Jordan tried to do it?
Yeah.
Jordan, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?"
Can I pull up a picture of that?
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Michael Jordan's mustache?
Everybody was like, "Why are you doing that? Stop."
Wait, Michael Jordan?
Yeah, like the Michael Jordan. Like, I believe I can fly. Like that Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan mustache.
I don't remember this. Oh my god. Michael.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like a little baby mustache, really, but
oh god.
Oh man. Look at this little side by side there.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember it now.
It's so stupid.
Dude, come on, man, it's over. The mustache is done. It's not coming back.
Yeah, it's
Don't
done.
make it come back.
What a terrible idea. Yeah, if I feel bad for anyone in this mustache situation, it's definitely Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the boxcar. It was called the boxcar mustache.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yes.
The topic I suppose is what would your campaign run on, and when you're in office, what the hell would you do?
This is a fun topic
to fix this piss hole of a country.
This is a fun topic.
Yeah, we got real political last week, so this will be.
We did too.
We did. We got real political. We went way off.
I need you guys to really run with this. I need you to fucking desecrate FDR's grave with this one.
Sure,
I'm really excited to do that. Of course, naturally.
Well, let's start with this. Do you remember when we got into that texting war where we were comparing different kinds of Obamas?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It was like a Bizarro Universe Obamas.
Yeah.
Man.
We play.
Try to remember some of those.
I got a couple of them, but we play a lot of word games amongst each other.
Yeah.
And by word games, I mean things like I can't explain some of the stupid stuff that we do.
It's usually like taking a concept or a pattern and playing it out until we've done every variation of it. In this case, they were like. You remind me of what? Okay, so they were like. They were just like spoofs on Barack Obama.
Yeah. And what happened was my phone auto-corrected Barack Obama to Barnacle Obama.
Right, that's what started it. Right.
So
Barnacle Obama.
And then I sent you Barnacle Obama, the most fearsome pirate on the 7 seas. Yeah.
I know that we had one that was like Abamo or a crab or something like that. It was like backwards Obama.
Oh yeah,
he ran on the campaign slogan "Dread." Omit that comma.
Omit that comma.
Yeah, well-known editor. Yeah. There's dumb stuff like that. Yeah,
those are a lot of fun.
Those were fun.
Those are basically like they're word games.
What was the other one? Was the Oi Bugga, take a look at my big hot dick? You remember that?
I think
it's
so.
Just different variations of that from different Loathinians in his eye, Zeus.
Yeah, that's what we used to. It's just variations on the phrase "Oi Bugga." Take a look at my big hot dick.
Yeah.
Or throbbing dick, actually. Throbbing dick.
Throbbing dick. That was throbbing.
They were like different like regional variants like
the throbbing is important.
Yeah. Willkommen, good sirs.
Yes. How would you take a look? How would you like to take a gander at my
piping hot meat schnitzel?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. We're fucking weird.
Yeah, we're stupid
fucking
assholes.
weird.
You peasant, stare at penis.
Yeah. Just variations on a theme is usually what it is.
Yeah. So we do little dumb word games like that. That's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, should we start?
Are we going to assume we're one guy? Let's craft one guy together.
Yeah.
Or are we going to do it all individually?
That's a good idea. We should do this like we did the the desert island survival episode.
All individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can come to an agreeable consensus among ourselves.
Right. We can hopefully make like a presidential Frankenstein.
Now, the goal is to make the country good, right?
The goal is to make the country not suck anymore, yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with this. I think one of the big reasons that...
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
No, not that.
No, let's...
we're talking about things that will work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, well, let's start with this. The reason, one of the big reasons that I think Trump got elected in his spot is because he does speak whatever's on his mind.
Yeah.
And
people
I think
are legitimately fed up with what they see as political correctness.
And I'm among them.
Sure.
I agree. I 100% agree. I'm fed up with all the fucking drap.
But try electing someone who's not a complete fucking dunce.
Sure. Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I think you got to start there. It's like people like a straight shooter, whatever the fuck that means to them, right? They want someone who's not going to double speak them. They want someone who like I don't know, like a John McEnroe.
Yeah, I was just going to say
President John McEnroe.
President McEnroe.
I could totally see John McEnroe now.
Smashing the mic room.
Beating people with a tennis
racket. I can't fucking say
it! I mean, that's on some level, that's what people really have been dying for.
So let's start there. I mean, I guess the guy's got to be a guy that was like, listen, this is what's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And can we please stop with we're getting there. We're getting there because Bernie Sanders declined to, during his candidacy, make a claim on his religion or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
It was like, they're like, well, are you religious? And he's like, let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
I don't want to tell you what kind of person I am.
It's none of your goddamn business.
But you might be able to guess.
but like he doesn't. He doesn't seem like he's practicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's in the right direction because rather than just like address it and say he's heading there, he just is like let's just not talk about this.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't have to be a big thing in the media. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But we need to go further. If somebody doesn't believe in something, they have to go. Yeah, I'm an atheist, and you're all just gonna have to be okay with that.
See, I would immediately not do that with Mike. My candidate is not going to talk religion. He's not going to say he's an atheist. And I think it would be a really good idea for him not to do that.
But that's going to
just can't get elected. But just can't do it.
But it's not a matter of being an atheist. It's a matter of admitting to it because that's going to be something that comes up.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, in the 21st century, that still matters to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than, how they're actually going to run the goddamn country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Donald Trump called the book of the Bible 1 Corinthians? Or 2 Corinthians?
Yeah.
2 Corinthians. No one says 2 Corinthians.
Yeah.
Nobody says that.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Corinthians.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so
we got to get away from that where we got to separate church from state if there's such a way to do that.
Right.
We need to. I don't know how. I don't know if there's a document we could draw up that says that there's supposed to be some kind of separation of church and state.
God, it's
some kind of I don't know, maybe some kind of bill that lists out these rights.
God, it's real. What would you even call that?
Yeah, I don't know. Some kind of post of
the big rules paper.
Yeah, there you go.
So I feel like if you were to come out and as irreligious, because I'll be honest with you, I can't bring myself to call myself an atheist anymore because I the people that
you associate it with something that gives you a sour taste in your mouth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah, fedora wearing neckbeards who
read Richard Atwater and
Well, I identified myself as an atheist to a preacher coming door to door a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I don't know if I told you that. The guy came by.
I remember.
He comes by and he says, "Hey, I was wondering if you." He gave me the flyer about their church up the Baptist church right up the street. And he said,
I was approached by someone the other day too.
Yeah, and I said, well, I don't really believe in God. Yeah. And he went, oh, like that. But he was really polite about it.
Yeah.
And he said, well, if you change your mind, I'd love you to come visit us. And also, if you have any, kids in your family, we're doing a vacation Bible school. And I went, that's, sure, that's nice, And I would never send a kid to one of those.
No, absolutely not.
But I mean,
space camps, huh?
Hell yeah. Fucking motherfucking space camp, son.
You want to
Get in the vomit comet.
Well, you ain't going to find Jesus. What you're going to find is the sun.
Yeah, right.
You might see Jesus after a minute in the vomit comet.
Yeah.
I can't promise you'll like it.
God, space camp is so much cooler than Bible camp.
Yeah.
Now, the key of this engagement was that you respected one another's beliefs.
Correct.
Yeah,
exactly.
You didn't try to convince him that God is a fairy tale. He didn't try to convince you that you're going to hell.
And I kind of think this is an important thing. I feel like I've spent a lot of my life being like real quiet and cagey about that.
Yeah.
And so, let's say, that I was running for president. I mean, I would want to be direct about it.
Sure.
I would want to be honest about it. I wouldn't want to be a douchebag about it.
But it doesn't have to be a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't have to. There's a way to diffuse that somewhere, I think.
Yeah, I think the way to mitigate it is to follow up with, here's what I do believe in. Mm-hmm. I believe that we as Americans are capable of great things when we work together.
Yeah.
I believe that, I believe that there may be some things about life that we don't understand yet. Sure. And the only way to do that is not to be bickering amongst one another.
To work together.
And that everybody's individual pursuit of truth and belief is totally valid.
Yes.
So long as you're not stepping on me, I'm not stepping on you.
There you go.
Right.
Assholes.
I'm thinking like President Bartlett again.
No step on snake.
Get go around. Wasn't that it?
Go around.
The don't tread on me snake that just says go around.
Alter your trajectory.
I found one the other day that was the don't tread on me flag that just said, I'm dumb as hell, take my Medicaid. Can we just say that? Fuck the Tea Party people for taking the coolest flag in our history and fucking ruining it.
Sucks.
That sucks.
Totally sucks.
Because I would totally hang that flag outside my house any day of the week if it didn't have an association with those people.
It's like this flag.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if I talked about this on the show. Maybe I did. The Come and Take It flag. The Texas Come and Take It flag. Which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's like, you want this cannon? Come and take it.
Yeah.
Come and take it.
Look up Texas, come and take it. And they'll show it to you.
Free Texas.
Yep.
It's sitting at the end of my driveway for anyone who wants it. Come and take it.
Okay, so as a candidate for president, I'm gonna be. Let's see, my guy is a retired coal miner. Because people love that blue collar shit.
Sure.
So I'm starting there.
A retired coal miner.
Yeah.
Who believes in green energy.
Yeah, sure. Hey, that's pretty good.
Because that shit's coming, whether y'all want it to or not.
Yeah, right.
And you don't have a choice. In like 50 years, it's going to be like an emergency, and we're not going to have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, we're really going to have to just do that.
And I actually think a lot of parts of coal country, like I heard, NPR did a series recently about people in Pennsylvania, who used to have, large populations of people working in the coal industry and don't anymore. And, people who, God, like they retired out and they have like fucking black lung, but they loved what they did.
Sure.
But they know the coal's not coming back. Like they know it.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are ready for something new. Yeah, it's really not. It's not coming back, but they're ready for something new. These people really are ready for new industry.
Yeah.
They're not as hung up on bringing coal back as they're ready for the next big
That's
thing.
more in like your West Virginia, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Closer towards the Bible Belt. That's where you see a lot of that,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, would you rather be stuck in a fucking cave for 12 hours a day and risk dying?
Yeah.
Or would you rather let the sun and wind do all the work for you?
Yeah, right.
Because we can do that.
Yeah, we could.
And like everybody says right now,
a handful of nuclear isotopes do the work for you.
And everybody's like, well, it's too expensive. Well, yeah, but it won't be if that's the new standard.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, over time, like, it's not going to take long for that to not be that expensive.
It really is.
If we get on the fucking energy train, get on the energy train.
Woo, woo! Everybody hop on board!
Everybody, plant yourselves a tree. We're going to be talking about the power of the windmill.
Oh, yeah.
Windmill.
Recycle the whales.
No, yeah. So I think honestly, if you wanted, like just picture you're like just coming up from nothing, like a brand new candidate running for president. I do think you do have to have a tie to this blue collar mentality.
I agree.
So I'm just going to take that specific out of there. Maybe he's not like a guy that worked in coal or whatever.
But like a blue collar, okay, like a guy who didn't necessarily grow up.
Yeah.
Advantaged.
Yeah. I mean, as we can see, that didn't seem to matter this time around.
No, it sure didn't.
Right. But
it sure didn't, buddy.
But like, that's the authenticity there behind like the bullshit that that Trump runs on. I mean, that's an authentic version of that same thing.
Right.
It's like people are, I think, hungry for someone who has like blue collar work at heart and a strong economic message.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually one of the biggest problems Democrats have is they don't have a strong position on the economy, what to do about regular old blue collar labor.
They're not the People's Party anymore. They used to be the blue collar party, and they're not anymore.
They really aren't.
No,
it's just disappointing.
And it's like nothing pisses me off more than like when the debates roll around or when any of this, like whenever we get an election every 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We start hearing stuff about the middle class.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're growing up in Youngstown, Ohio, there is no middle class.
Nope. No.
There's doctors.
Yeah.
And then there's working poor.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Right.
Like that is actually it.
People talk a lot about the middle class, but you know why? Because everyone thinks they're middle class.
Yeah, we're not middle class.
No.
We got to stop pretending. And like the rich people in this town are not rich people.
No,
they have money.
Yeah.
They're not rich.
They're rich here are middle class.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Our sense of who's who is totally skewed.
Well,
we're talking the people that can comfortably afford a house, a car, and raise 3 kids.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're talking about the people who get a paycheck and think, I could definitely use a new siding for my house.
Right.
And then just get it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that used to be everybody in this town.
Right.
It used to be everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, and like
when we had industry.
Sure. Listen, like if the mill was still open, I'd go work I would have worked at the mill as soon as I got out of high school.
Yep.
We would have all met at the mill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We probably wouldn't be doing this podcast.
No, we wouldn't.
We'd probably be sitting around some watering hole downtown.
Drinking beer, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
After a long, sweaty day of pouring molten metal.
Yeah. Illegally gambling and, drinking fucking swill.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that life. I am so good with that life.
Yup.
Retire at 50. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So that's really like, I think if you're gonna, if I was going to be running for president, that's the number one thing you have to do is have a strong economic message. I could think it's something that Trump gets right.
Yeah.
Is if it is at all possible to strong arm our way into actually having work in this country, then maybe we should.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Sure. Aubrey is on her way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, it's a fine. We can take
we can take a minute if we need to.
Yeah. I just want to make sure the door is unlocked and
okay.
She doesn't have to.
You want me to go look at that?
Yeah.
All right, let me go look at that.
Yeah, no, we're good. But yeah.
Should we keep going? Or?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. We're fine. But there's a slippery slope there because it's we've had a lot of people running who try and run on a strong economic message, but you got to be able to do it. You got to have a plan to do it, and I guess being a 27-year-old fat kid, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what the answer to that is.
So if we have a candidate from what does it mean now to have like a candidate from a relatable work background?
Yeah, right.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not union labor. People don't connect to it like they used to. Because union labor is just fucking going away.
Well, for that you could thank President Reagan for that.
Yeah, right. It's like, honestly, the most relatable blue collar work now is probably fucking Walmart.
Sure.
And even that's dying. You know?
Yeah.
Thank God. Fuck Walmart.
You know? I don't know, can we name our guy? I mean, I kind of want to do.
What do we want to name him? What do we? What do we name him?
Let's name him Cheese Whiz.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Cheese Whiz Shark Tank.
No, let's name him
Thomason
Fred Flintstone.
Fred Willard.
Yes. Davy Crockett.
Let's name him. No, let's name him.
Fred Burger.
Let's name him. Let's name him
Tim
Cromwell. Tim Taylor.
Tim Taylor.
Tim Raider.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's call him Tim Taylor.
Tim Taylor.
Tim
All right.
Taylor.
I like it.
Yeah,
actually.
Candidate Tim Taylor.
Tim the American man Taylor.
He wears like that, like the just like button-up shirts that have the
Yeah.
American flag printed on them, and
Yeah.
nothing else.
Hi,
No pants.
I'm Tim Taylor.
No pants.
No pants. And
When you're standing behind a podium, you don't need pants.
yeah. And when he goes town to town stumping, he's just like all he talks about is where are my pants? It's like, has anyone seen my pants?
The pants are a metaphor for jobs.
Yeah.
Tim the Jobs Man Taylor.
Tim the Jobs Man
There
Taylor.
you go.
Where are all my jobs gone?
We're gonna get a bunch of
My unemployed penis is just flapping in the wind.
Yeah. Has anyone seen my pants? And people are like, he gets it. He gets it.
He's got my vote.
That pantsless man has my vote for sure.
Cast your vote for Tim the Jobs Man Taylor. Tim Taylor, where's my pants?
Where's my pants? It's just like him shrugging.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's just that Obama poster. It's
Yeah.
just him shrugging. It goes pants at the bottom.
Pants? I'm just like you all. I put my pants on one leg at a time. Except I don't know where they
Or
are.
at least I would if I.
The pants are a metaphor, you see.
Tim Taylor, 2020. Where's my pants?
Where's my pants?
All right,
All right, so we got a name.
Yeah.
Tim Taylor comes from a working class background.
Sure.
He
Runs a hardware store. Or a couple of hardware
yeah, he
stores.
runs a hardware store.
local business owner.
His father had a local cable access TV program.
Yeah. Tim Taylor Revengeance.
He can't just be Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Well,
Yeah.
and then the
Well, no, this is an entirely unrelated Tim Taylor who happens to own a locally
Tim
owned chain
Taylor,
of hardware
right.
stores.
And then his opponent would be Al. I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah, what was
His
his
slogan would just be, "I don't think so, Tim."
Wow, that's
Now-
actually too close to the state of American politics.
Now,
It's just like one guy being like, yeah, and another guy being like, nuh-uh.
I don't think so, Tim.
I don't think so, Tim.
Tim Taylor
Now-
with his running mate Wilson.
now I think he should be the son of a guy who owned a bunch of hardware stores.
Oh, and they closed down or something.
Well, he's the first man in his family to go to college.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a good story. People like a success
Yeah,
story.
yeah, people do like that. Like the sort of the self-made man image.
Yeah, goes to college, gets I don't know, degree in poli-sci, law, what have you.
Right.
And then
I don't know nothing about that law, but Tim, if you can better yourself, well, but Mister.
Gee, I sure do hope that fella finds his pants.
lost him in a tragic bandsaw accident.
Gosh, if that happened to me, I'd be mighty sore.
Do you know that feller puts his pants on one leg at a time? Or at least he would if he could find them.
Jesus, Katie Couric, you don't just ask someone why they don't have pants.
It's those goddamn Republicans done took his pants.
Well, I'll be.
I was voting
This is
for the
the-
wrong people the whole time.
This is the biggest conspiratory since John F. Kennedy.
Let's see. So okay.
So good.
How do you bring the country together?
How do you unite the country?
How do you get not just
Free ice cream.
Pizza party.
Yeah. We're on the same page.
both great ideas.
Yeah, on election day, provided by Tim the Pants Man Taylor.
Vote, get a piece of pizza.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
No, it's like okay, so like yeah, when I think of like political leaders capable of doing shit like that, I do always think of Bartlett from the West Wing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a dude who, I don't know, it's like, I wish we had someone like that at all. Anyone who we respected enough to want to come together as people.
So I think another key thing here is Tim Taylor needs to be well spoken.
Yeah.
He can't be he can't be too much Trump.
Yeah.
And not as much FDR. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he
Can't be too well spoken. Because if the public thinks a candidate is thinks they're above them, then
normal. Yeah, he's got to have like a normal, down to earth. He's got to have a Joe Biden-esque cadence.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's a W.
Yeah,
I think it's a fucking W.
It's a W. It's a W.
A guy like W.
A guy you want to have a beer with.
A guy who will flub his line and embarrass himself, and people actually respond positively to that.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be a regular dude.
Yeah. I think that's the benchmark. You want to have a beer with the guy. You want to sit down, and I want to see him drinking beer. That's the other thing, goddammit.
I want to see them drinking beer.
And not just a beer at a bar for a photo op. I want to see him sit down at a bar in Oklahoma and order a round for the bar and drink a couple beers.
I want to see him drink a glass of beer at a disquieting pace.
I want to see him pick a cherry up with his ass cheeks, walk it over to a shot glass and drop it in and pound the shot.
There was a former Prime Minister of Australia who once held the world record for the fastest consumption of a yard of beer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want that present.
No, fuck that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the coolest shit ever.
That is great.
That's what I want. Yeah, so, okay, down to earth, W-esque in his attitude. You want to drink a beer with him. And I want to see him be a normal human being.
Yeah.
I want to see him do stuff that's not a photo op.
This is why the effort to get Ben Carson elected was doomed from the beginning.
Oh, for sure.
If you had a beer with Ben Carson, he'd be sitting there staring at you, expressionless the whole time.
Right.
He would talk about that time he almost stabbed a guy, and make just make everything uncomfortable. Ted Cruz would make everything extraordinarily uncomfortable.
Ted Cruz is everything extraordinarily uncomfortable.
Ted Cruz is a Muppet given life.
He's got Ted Cruz of all the candidates has maybe the most punchable face.
Oh my
maybe
God.
of anybody I've ever seen in my life. I just want to hit him. I don't even know him. He could be the nicest guy ever, but I just want to. I want to haul off and I want to sock him right in the fucking nose.
He's got that weird little thing where he always looks like he's frowning.
It's that Kurt.
His little Pinocchio face.
It's that little Kurt smile.
Yeah. Even when he's smiling, he looks like he's frowning. He's got concerned eyes all the time.
Not even like a. I don't want to read back. I want to really knock him out. I just want to jab him in the fucking nose. You know what I mean?
Right, just right in the nose.
Just right in the fucking nose.
Right in that humongous
just hard enough that he cries.
Yeah, I want I want him to back up and go, ah! I want him to have to regroup. That's what I don't want to knock him out, but I want him to regroup.
I want him to walk back a few paces and keep checking his finger
that's it.
His nose, looking at you on the side of his eye.
Like a single tear out of his eyes as they're welling up. Just,
that's what
just
I want.
I want to just pop him,
pop him a good one.
Hey, I'm Ted Cruz. Pop! Just, fuck! I want him to break that character too. Jesus Christ!
Fuck yeah! Just for 1 second, I want him to stop being so measured and be like, God damn it!
And not say anything. Just
Okay,
God.
So our candidate, of course, needs to have a sturdy face.
Yeah.
Sturdy face.
Yeah, that's right. We want a guy that can take a punch.
Yeah, there you go. A guy that can take a punch. That's a good.
Someone that doesn't look like a fucking like a cartoon goose. Yeah.
You don't want a goose as your president.
I always think that Ted Cruz kind of looks like he belongs on the body of a worm. It's just his head at the front of it.
So
okay, big long worm.
So let's break this down for the perfect candidate. We want someone from a blue collar background.
Yeah.
We want
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, Tim Taylor.
He's gotta be like an obviously regular dude.
Yeah.
People are way fed up with career politics.
He needs to have a strong face, strong chin.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to take a punch.
Yeah,
good chin. Make it look like you with Donald Trump too, it looks like he has to force himself to smile every time.
Yeah.
His smile should be very natural yeah.
Yeah, an easy smile.
A certain look in the eyes, an easy smile.
Let's talk policy soon here, though.
Yeah, I think we've successfully classified Tim Taylor.
Yeah, we've done our character creator here.
Yeah,
we got to actually talk like, okay, so like how could we improve the way the country's going? And it could be pretty radical too.
I don't know. I gotta say,
Tim Taylor is our golem. We can command him to do whatever we please.
So one of the things I feel like I always feel like it needs done, and it's never going to get done because it's so unpopular, is just decreasing the budget of the military overall.
Yes, thank you.
You know, it's like because I have a ton of respect for you know our military, but like I just feel like we put so many eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Hey,
we're gonna bring you up on the show. How's it going?
Hey. Aubrey,
my girlfriend Aubrey.
Oh yeah, you can't like pretend like you're not here.
I was sneaking down balls of meat and
balls of meat and
plates.
Do you want like help with? Can I take some of this out of your hands? There are balls present.
Oh my god, we're gonna eat some of these. We're building the perfect presidential candidate.
Yeah, his name is Tim Taylor.
That's a pretty.
Yeah.
That's a pretty politician.
Yeah.
Political.
Yeah,
I'm real tired.
That's a pretty political.
That's a pretty political
that is very
name.
politics.
That's very much politics.
Tim the Jobsman Taylor.
Tim the Jobsman. Yeah. We decided he's gotta look like he could take
jobs. Yeah, he's got to be able to take a punch, and you got to drink a couple beers with him.
Yeah, he's got to be a regular dude. That's
yeah,
dude. So we know.
Hey, sorry everybody. We're gonna eat some of these meatballs.
We should take a break here.
No, fuck it. What is that? Fuck that.
That is right by the microphone.
They get to listen to us eat. I have mine.
Oh, you got.
So you didn't have to take a break.
No, we're gonna take a break. Let's eat.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we take just a moment and talk about these balls?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah,
these are balls.
These are balls.
These are whiskey balls.
Whiskey balls.
They sure do smell delicious.
Yes, they do. This is good because I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably just.
Thank you.
God. Yeah, thank you.
That frame is good. There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, they're covered with a delicious sauce. I'm gonna grab one of these balls.
Me too. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I love these. Oh my god, I love these.
Oh sweet god.
Oh man. Whoa! That went right up into my nose.
Oh holy shit.
Oh
my god.
I mean, it's cooked down, but there's 2 shots around.
Can you discuss the preparation of these balls?
It's super easy. 2 jars of chili sauce, a cup of brown sugar, as much whiskey or rum as you want.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ.
And bake them for an hour. Just put the meatballs down, cover them with the sauce. That's it.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
Oh.
I'm like I can feel like this is just gonna sit right there.
But there's also Korean barbecue yum sticks by Kahiki in your freezer.
That's right. She had texted me about this earlier. You described them as what, barbecue egg rolls?
That's basically what they taste like. They're really good. They microwave well, and there's 2 boxes because they're buy one get one free at Giant Eagle.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Baby, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yes.
Hashtag but kind of. Hashtag one day.
Giant Eagle, sponsor me.
Giant Eagle, please.
Oh my god.
Sponsor us.
You guys enjoying listening to us eat these meatballs?
You know what? I don't care if they like this or not. This is about me now.
It's your podcast. I figure you guys eat on it. There's enough napkins for all of you. All right, I'm
Thank you
gonna go.
Thank
Enjoy
you,
your
Aubrey.
podcast. Enjoy your balls.
Wait, baby.
What?
Baby
Baby now.
Give me a big smooch. Aw.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Aubrey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aubrey.
This is like the best pop-in ever. This delicious plate of meat.
Oh my
One
god.
more thing. Miss Tina sent over. It's a thing you put under dishes to absorb water.
Fancy.
That's why this is down here to get water.
Oh, okay.
It's up there. All right, back.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Uncle.
Oh man. Wow, this is the best.
Oh, sweet merciful God.
I just want to stuff my face with these balls.
Oh, man.
All right, getting back to policy.
I mean, I can feel my tits growing.
Now,
Seriously.
now, policy.
Policy. Tim the Jobs Man believes in one thing, and that is buttermilk in every fridge. Sorry, Yes.
Wait, that's his campaign ad. Where's my buttermilk?
Pants for every American and a jar of buttermilk in every
A
fridge.
jar.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring back milkmen.
Mason jar, yeah.
Let's bring back milkmen.
Oh, hell yeah. Those are the real men.
Oh God. Oh, it's so funny. Oh.
Now, we talked about decreasing the military budget, which, ought to happen, frankly.
That's the thing is, like, I know a lot of people who have served in the military.
Sure.
And they quite reasonably, would probably not be super stoked about that, but I don't know, it's like we have a lot of things that we could fund very practically if we spent less on the military.
Not even that much less.
Not even that much less.
Well,
I'm not saying obliterate the military.
Right.
I'm just saying we could reprioritize some things.
That's a horrible campaign slogan. Tim Taylor, 2020, obliterate the military.
Yeah, I can think of one right off the bat. Veteran care.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There's all these, like the Wounded Warrior Project and all these civilian efforts.
Yeah.
To
do what we should be doing from the federal level.
Right. To do what the government ought to be doing.
If you send people into battle, you ought to be taking care of them and fulfilling the promises you made that got them to go in there for you in the first place.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when the people hear like we're going to cut back on the military budget, I don't think they realize the amount of money that goes into that.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
It's a humongous portion. God, I bet the sound of all this meat is just awful.
Oh,
someone has turned this off already.
Oh yeah. I think people don't realize that we have.
Oh no! No, don't do it! No, don't do it! Yep, there goes everybody.
Yep.
Anyway,
I think people don't realize that we have warehouses full of planes and tanks.
Yeah.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because some rich guy in Congress knows some other rich guy who builds that stuff.
Yeah.
And is giving them money. You know what I mean?
That is a huge part. That is a huge part of it.
That's your military budget. It goes to this shit that we don't need.
it is exactly the thing Eisenhower warned us about.
Yeah.
And it has been happening for way too long.
The military-industrial complex.
Yeah. It's peacetime. Let's be honest. It's peacetime. Like that shit works when Kim Jong, whatever, I don't know what his name is. Whenever
Kim Jong patty cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretending that we need all of that shit to fight.
Oh my god.
ISIS or North Korea.
Yeah.
We have unmanned drones for Christ's sake.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need tanks anymore.
But what happens is it's very simple, right? Is like, someone's district has a big Boeing manufacturing facility in it.
Exactly.
And Boeing wants to keep on making these things, and it's always popular to bring, work back to your district. Well, so the people, and if I understand correctly, companies like Boeing, have played their cards very well.
Sure.
Like they're placed strategically so as to always continue to get these projects. Oh my god, I got like a hiccup coming.
I know. Well, anyway. So maybe the candidate, maybe Tim Taylor, should explain this whenever somebody poses him the question.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but this is what the money's actually going towards. Is this? Let me show you these.
Yeah. Tim Taylor's got to have a lot of graphs.
Yeah.
He's got to be able to lay out, exactly, what he's going to do in the simplest possible way.
Ross Perot level of graphs.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we don't want to completely give up on Boeing or anything, so we're gonna accept contracts for civilian infrastructure type pursuits. Mm-hmm. Less warplanes, more making airports run like they're supposed to.
Yeah. Sure.
Make flights cheaper for Americans.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Maybe don't throw somebody out of their seat when they already paid for it. Looking at you, Delta.
God, isn't that crazy?
I will never buy a Delta ticket ever.
God,
I wonder how much money they are continuing to lose over all of this crap.
Hopefully a lot.
Wasn't it United that dragged the guy down the aisle?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was United. United had another big thing where they broke some guy's guitar. This was years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
They refused to pay for it.
That's such bullshit.
So he made a catchy YouTube song that went viral and ended up costing United Airlines hundreds of millions of dollars in lost revenue because this guy didn't get his, $1,200 Taylor guitar.
I saw just the other day they shipped they flew a rapper's dog to the wrong city. Just like some guy who's like, yeah, my dog's not here.
Yeah,
where'd my dog go? And they just sent it to the wrong place.
Oh my god.
It's a miracle they didn't put it in the unpressurized cabin.
There's just a poor little dog walking around Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like, where's my master? I'm so lost and confused.
Tim Taylor wouldn't let that happen.
No, not Tim Taylor. He's pro dog.
Yeah, Tim Taylor. So let's put that under policy.
Likes
pro dog
dogs. Yeah.
Pro dogs. Yeah. Some way, of course, a lot of this, these government contracts and whatever fall to Congress mostly.
Yeah.
How do you wrangle a disgusting shoggoth like Congress?
Yeah. I think the scariest way, in their eyes at least, and the way that would maybe make people wake up is to publicly call them the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like maybe say, hey, the reason that he's voting against, and that's going to do two things. That's going to make a lot of enemies. Yeah. And that's going to scare the shit out of everybody in Congress.
Yeah.
If you call people out on their bullshit, they will. I'm going to take another meatball.
Oh, those are so fucking good.
They are really good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They will.
Well, okay, so this is like one of the things that, again, Donald Trump did really well.
Sure.
Is he completely redrew the middle line or the lines around what people believed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, he is not a traditional Republican. He's probably not really a traditional Democrat either. He's not, like what he did was
polite way of putting it,
cut a new middle.
Yeah. He
basically instead of the identity politics game or the religion game or all these things that both parties have used to try and draw their base.
Yeah.
He went strictly economic and cut right through both parties.
Sure.
Mm. That's why so many people. I mean, even Democrats voted for him.
Sure. Well, and if there's one good thing that's going on here now, it's that hopefully, in the coming years, the modern left and the modern right are going to die, because they both need to die.
Yeah.
Like everything, I would say. Christ, I mean, let's go back. Everything post Carter, you know what I mean? Like is the modern age of. Yeah, liberalism and conservatism. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's
as much as I like Bill Clinton as a person, you know what I mean. There's a lot of factors that have led us to where we're at.
Yeah,
and I think it starts. Sure. I think it starts sometime in the Reagan era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, Reagan's another guy who, basically is the economy is. I feel like what he's remembered for, right?
Yeah, well, you mean the economy that he threw into debt?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. People who love him still regard him as a hero on economics. Which is crazy, but that's what people... I mean, this is... you've heard it's the economy stupid, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's still where we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the other things that political parties have spent so much time trying to use to bring people under their tent. The only thing that fucking matters is the economy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Especially now, more so now than in a long time.
And that goes back to the big thing here with the military. That is an enormous part of the economy.
Yeah.
It drains so much.
Yeah. But it also employs so many. The military employs a fuck ton of people.
Yeah, but they're not getting paid. Like they're not getting paid what they should be getting paid.
Yeah, well,
like the rest of the country.
Yeah.
They're not getting paid what they should be getting paid.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you question. It's like, for all this time, no one has figured out a way to make America like a, bring us back to a place where we can manufacture like we used to.
Print more money, duh.
Sure, yeah, that'll fix everything. There's no way that could go wrong.
But the military has just continued to grow and grow and grow as every other source of employment has dwindled down less and less and less.
Here's an idea. If you cut back on military spending and then change the money that you are spending on military budgets and put it in the hands of Americans, maybe then we could stimulate something.
Okay.
Bring
like our penises.
Massive buttermilk fund.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
A jar of buttermilk in every fridge. Just open, take it in the scents from the rest of the fridge.
Hi, America. I'm Tim the Jobs Man Taylor. And if you know anything about me, I care about one thing. And that's buttermilk. For everyone. And I mean everyone.
Don't like buttermilk? Don't vote for me.
I don't need you. I don't need you. Don't vote for me.
What kind of communist are you?
The rest of you real Americans, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm a real American. I like buttermilk.
Oh, it's not fair. I like buttermilk.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like our ideal candidate should have, would probably, like, how do you reconcile, so, like, obviously, okay, gay marriage is legal, and it's not looking like it's going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
How do you reconcile social stances like, the rights of transgendered people with people who are more afraid of them than they are of, the creepy uncle who is almost certainly diddling their kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You don't, because that is a smaller section of the population than we know.
What do you mean? Like, just like,
there are fewer people. I feel like there are more people who are like, whatever, than there are people screaming.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say transgender people. I was like, well, they still matter.
No, absolutely no. That's not no.
But though ultimately there are not that many of them for what it's worth.
There aren't.
No,
I actually think it's a really interesting thing that like such a very very small population has the dialogue of the country is so large.
Yeah.
Around such a small part of the population, it speaks to a fixation.
I think most people though don't care. Do you know what I mean?
I think probably if they weren't inspired to by somebody, they wouldn't.
Certainly, the three of us sitting at this bar don't give a shit where you pee.
Just don't talk to me.
Just not on
Just
my
don't
foot.
talk to me. Look at me.
I'm in there to piss and leave. If you're the kind of asshole that strikes up a conversation while I'm trying to drain the lizard, go fuck yourself.
How about getting a pat on the back? I got that once.
Oh my god!
I had a dick in my hand and the guy patted me on the back.
I had a guy do this thing to me, like rub the shoulder.
Oh no! No!
Stop,
dude! I didn't even.
That was the hardware down there, partner.
I didn't even have my dick out just now, and I felt really uncomfortable because I was picturing having my dick out. Ooh. Everyone take a minute.
Let's stew on that for a little bit.
This is why we need pants.
Yeah.
Where are they? I swear I just had the...
Where are my pants? I need Tim Taylor.
I am literally a pantsless candidate.
Pants?
I am literally a pantsless candidate, and I am not afraid of transgendered people in my bathroom.
Yeah, no, it's. I think the people who care about that, and
like, wouldn't it be refreshing for a politician to say, "Listen, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Just let people do their thing. What matters is y'all need jobs,
right?
Y'all, you guys need a way to like.
You're worried about
succeed.
the wrong thing.
I feel like most people would go, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
Like, even if you're against it, most people would probably go, "All right."
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's just like cross the bridge of all the shit you're afraid about when we get to it because it's not a real threat.
Right.
It's not a real problem.
Yeah.
People are telling you it's a real problem to distract you from the actual problem.
You know what is a problem? A huge chunk of Antarctica just broke.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just a giant crack went through it, and a whole bunch fell off.
And your god did nothing.
Yeah. Tim Taylor, who's your god now?
I feel like that's a good approach. Not I fully support the rights of transgender, or I fully believe that these people are going to kidnap and molest our children. but just be like, why do you care?
Right. Yeah, who gives a shit right now? We're in the middle of a burning building.
We're like $500 billion in debt.
We're in debt.
I'm not saying it's the right stance, but I'm saying it's the most effective stance.
We're in debt up to our eyeballs.
Yeah, we're in debt. The modern infrastructure is going to crumble in the next 20 years. We don't care. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of this matters.
I feel like that's basically. I mean, if there's a middle of America, if there's like sort of what most people fall into, that's probably it. It's just like, don't waste my time with everyone's causes. Like, just leave people alone. Let them live their lives. Don't be mean to people. Let's worry about real problems.
So let's just say under policy takes a firm stance on leaving people alone. Like the social issues.
Yeah.
Takes a firm stance on
live and let live.
Live and let live. Yeah. That covers the entire social policy gamut.
It's really pretty basic. Now, some other things like the ongoing raging abortion debate will not be answered by this, because it's not about that's one where it's like people really genuinely believe
that babies are getting killed.
The babies are getting killed, and so it's not about leaving someone alone. They're murdering a baby, for God's sake.
So here's my answer. Don't get an abortion.
There you go. Well, here's how you answer that in a debate. Nope, not touching that.
Not touching it. You'll figure it out.
What I do want to talk about is the fact that in 30 years, all the bridges in this country are going to fucking crumble.
Yeah, right. Your drive to work 30 years from now will probably land you in the middle of the river.
Yeah.
I took a tour bus through Youngstown, Ohio. I hit more potholes than there are stars in the sky.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We.
It's true. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I feel like, I guess if one thing that's consistent about what we're fleshing out here is, the kind of things that a candidate needs to be focused on are the things that have a real immediate impact on people's lives tangibly. Not like the shit we waste our time thinking about that has nothing to do with our day-to-day lives.
The social shit that they use to confuse us while they drain the world.
Yeah.
Because that's the shit that is... Yeah, that's the shit that carves us up into little camps that they, that they can use to try to get 51% of you under their tent. It's all meaningless.
Sure.
To, like, people's real day-to-day lives, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. I've met... I've met and still know one transgendered person in my life. Mm-hmm. It has not affected the way I carry on my day-to-day routine
at all.
Yeah.
No.
But now, of course, imagine that you've been led to believe, as they do in some of these, shithole states, that all of these people are a threat to you and your children.
Looking at you, West Virginia.
What a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
But people believe it.
Because people are dumb. Mm-hmm. People are dumb. That's the biggest, scariest thing, is you're never going to have as sad as it is, it's going to be very hard to get a candidate like this through, because people are stupid. People are not smart.
No, they're really not.
In general. They're just not, they're not clever.
The trouble I feel is we as Americans are limited compared to other places in the world. We're not the most limited by far. No. There are definitely other countries where information is not nearly as readily available as it is to us here. Mm-hmm. But we, a lot of Americans stay in America.
Yeah.
We don't typically leave the country for anything other than sightseeing. We don't typically put a huge impetus on things like learning a foreign language, or learning about other cultures, unless they come here and we're just curious and want to ask questions.
Maybe we should.
We should. And there's a couple problems, of course. I feel that the average American now, especially at our age, doesn't earn enough money to travel regularly. Especially out of the country. A flight anywhere out of the country is like $1,000 and more.
Yeah, right.
At least.
The other problem is, I think it's ultimately harmful to us that English is sort of the lingua franca, because we now expect people to be able to speak it.
Speak American, please.
Yeah.
But then the other issue, of course, is just that, just nationalism, just plain old nationalism.
Yeah, put that to bed.
if you grow up spending your entire life believing that America is the greatest place in the world, what other place is worth the time?
Sure.
Everything else
that's the result of the first couple of things you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's the end result.
Everything else is just a curiosity. Why bother with it? America's definitely the best.
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, let's be honest.
It's pretty good, though.
It's pretty good, but let's be honest. I don't even want to... Why are we even classifying countries in terms of the best? There's good
Right.
there's good ones and bad ones. Like we could break them down into good ones and bad ones.
And then there's kind of okay ones. We're kind of okay.
Germany's pretty good.
It's better.
France is pretty good.
We have some pretty incredible things here, though.
Yeah.
Like if I lived in England, I couldn't, say that the Queen is a big silly twat.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that. You can't criticize the crown. You don't really have free speech over there the way that we do.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's still
Is that really?
Yeah.
How did the Sex Pistols get away with it?
Oh, I don't know. It beats me. I don't know. Maybe they don't enforce it, but it's still a crime.
Yeah.
You still can't speak ill against the crown.
I'm sure the Queen doesn't give a shit. She's awesome. She's badass.
Well, technically speaking, you can't threaten the president's life either.
Right.
Yeah, but people do it on Twitter all the time.
Sure, good point. So people also threaten the Queen all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
God save the Queen.
But like they don't really have free press the way we do.
No.
They don't really have exactly what we have.
No.
It's a pretty good thing to be able to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This podcast is a great example.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
there are countries in the world where this would be illegal, and we would have been dragged off somewhere by our little piggy toes.
Even just saying that we're atheist.
Yeah.
In certain countries.
We would have had our left pinky finger cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listeners, don't take this the wrong way. We know what we have in this country that's good.
Sure.
Yeah.
We know all the rights and the liberties that we're assured.
But you don't.
better.
But you don't have
It
to.
could be better.
You don't have to worship a flag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If somebody doesn't stand up and bow to the flag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Now here's some a couple things that are interesting. There are some places, developed nations, with freedoms that and rights that we wouldn't even think about. Sweden has one where you're allowed to traverse over private land, and even like camp there overnight. Like if you're hiking and you pass into someone's territory, it's perfectly fine.
There's three more of these.
Oh yeah.
It's perfectly fine as long as you leave everything the way you left it. And it's perfectly legal.
That's nice.
As long as you don't disturb or damage anything or
Yeah.
steal anything, you can just cross through private property.
Well, that's nice.
Now, on the other hand, in Australia, it is mandatory to vote.
It should be.
It should be. If you don't vote in Australia, and Australia isn't the only nation that does this, but if you don't vote, you have to pay a fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember what the rules are concerning like felons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nation of felons. So I mean, if you want to get real technical with it, but yeah, you got to pay a fine in Australia if you refuse to vote.
Yeah. That would reduce a lot of problems we have here.
Yes, it would.
Because honestly, one of the things that is so frustrating about our political system is that it's really about reaching the people who are likely to vote.
And it doesn't represent the interests of the country when someone does get elected because a fucking third of us don't vote.
Right.
Yeah.
More than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would eliminate gerrymandering altogether.
Yeah.
If the whole population votes, there are no districts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Can we get rid of the fucking electoral college, by the way?
Yeah.
What a dumb shit.
That would be a very popular proposition right now.
I learned the other day that France directly elects its representatives.
Yeah.
There are no districts. There's no electoral college. It's all a 100% direct election.
Yeah, and it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it should be. Yeah.
We should have prefaced this whole thing by saying that we're like three idiots who don't know anything
Yeah,
about
we should.
it.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever argued otherwise.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I sort of feel a need to retroactively be like, we don't really know
We're
anything.
just here to throw our opinions at you. You
Yeah.
can agree or disagree to whatever extent
Like
you
I
like.
said at the start, we don't know
Yeah.
anything. Yet.
Let's get down to the real dirty details. Does Tim the Jobsman Taylor have a mistress on the side?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, but he's got a smoking hot wife.
Oh, okay.
No, and like when I say smoking hot, I don't mean like Claudia Schiffer in the 90s smoking hot. I mean like smoking hot in that normal, like you come home and she's cooking dinner with your sweatshirt and just panties. Like the normal kind of like she's got some meat on her bones.
Just rolled out of bed.
Yeah. Like
he's got it. Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
You know, like he's got a wife that, you know, isn't like unobtainable. She's not like Giselle Brady. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's got an obtainably hot wife.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
He has a reasonably attractive wife, not like what you see on like a sitcom with the fat guy and the hot wife dynamic.
Yeah.
He's got a reasonably attractive wife.
Yeah. A wife that'll like grab your ass when you walk in the door. Yeah, that kind of wife. That's what you get. Yeah.
Any embarrassing tattoos?
One.
Where?
He's got one.
Where?
It's a shit. What would it be?
We can't make it. Let's put it in a normal place. Let's put it on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Pantera.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the Pantera logo.
Yeah. It's just the Dimebag Daryl tattoo. Yeah.
He got it in his 20s, and he still kind of regrets it.
Yeah, but he can't get rid of it. Tim the Jobsman Taylor, the cowboy from hell.
I like that.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. So, what?
Yeah, I'm hitting a wall here.
Yeah,
I'm hitting a little wall here.
Now I think one of the most fun things to do if you were president is appoint people.
Yeah.
You can appoint whoever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Let's start filling out some appointments. Let's assume we've won the election already. Yay!
Woo!
Whoa, we won!
We won! Woo!
Tim the Jobsman Taylor is sitting in the White House.
Buttermilk in every fridge, and nobody loses their pants.
He's got his dungarees on. He's looking good. He's got his boots up on the desk, and he's picking his teeth with a little toothpick.
Yep.
And it's an ordinary Sunday afternoon, and he's got to start mapping out a list of appointees.
Yeah. Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense. Let's see. Who do we trust? Who do we trust on things like this?
Well, now you're thinking, Secretary of Defense, right? You want him to have a good sense of other countries' military capabilities. Mm-hmm. You're gonna want him to be pretty stable, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty logical and collected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you want him to be someone the military would look up to. In this regard, I think Chuck Norris would be a fantastic candidate.
Yeah. Or Grizzly Adams.
Or Grizzly Adams?
Yeah, Grizzly
Adams.
Yeah.
What about the shit? What's the guy, the Survivor guy?
Oh,
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not an American citizen. Well, wait. Can you appoint people who aren't American citizens to
Probably.
government position? Huh.
Good
I
question.
I can't think of why not. I guess it's, I don't know. Has it happened?
I think Walker Texas Ranger's a good one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. let's put Texas Ranger in charge. Secretary of Education.
Oh, Bill Nye.
Bill
of
Nye.
course.
Yeah, as I say, that's
That'd
it.
be sweet.
Yeah, Bill Nye.
Not Ken Ham, really?
No, not Ken Ham.
Yeah.
We could put him in the charge of the Secretary of taking huge dumps on his face all day long.
Yeah, we create a new cabinet position just for a guy who has to lay on his back like a mechanic on that little skateboard thing and go right underneath the latrine toilet.
Stop.
And then just all the other cabinet people shit on him all day long.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he takes a shower and he does it again the next day.
And we got to pay him so it's worthwhile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay him $200,000 a year.
Oh yeah, you got to
I'm willing to defer a couple million away from the military budget just so that happens.
Yeah, me too.
Shitting on Ken Ham.
It's just
new from PBS.
And the thing is, he does it, not just for the money, because he secretly loves it.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Secretly.
Yeah. He's got a real shame thing going on.
Head of the EPA.
Head of the EPA. Tommy Chong.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're fucking talking.
Woo.
Go green.
Yeah, baby.
I like it.
FEMA.
Oh, God. Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need that guy that can, kick in there and have some weird thing like his heart's gonna stop if he doesn't save everybody from the tornado.
There you go. Just beating the tornado back.
Jason Statham punches a tornado away.
Yep. That's okay. All right. What else do we got here?
Secretary of who's our what's like the name of the head diplomat? The one that like
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State. Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say head of state, but that's the president.
Gotta be someone charming.
It's Tim Taylor.
Kind of like someone who knows how to wheel and deal a little bit.
Joel Osteen.
Fuck that piece of shit.
No.
Someone who can bring
Someone
people
innovative. I'm thinking whoever heads Taco Bell right now.
Yeah, there you go. That guy.
Those people. Nobody knows their customers better than Taco Bell.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Arby's is coming close.
They're doing really well.
But Taco Bell.
That's our Secretary of State.
That is a company that knows their consumer base and has that market cornered.
Yeah.
The dumb stoners.
The finger on the beat of tired high people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You ready to have some fourth meal?
Yeah.
At 3:30 in the goddamn morning, sitting at the drive-thru.
You can.
Yep.
Now, see, here's what I'm thinking, because the Secretary of State, he's got to entertain diplomats, he's got to, be a good host, represent America real well.
Rip Taylor.
And I,
oh my God.
I think if you're talking good first impressions, you want someone like John Hamm.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Imagine you're a diplomat from Slavostania,
Sure.
and you come into the State Department, and it's a big fancy gala, bow tie kind of event, and you walk in, and John Hamm is right there at the door, and he goes, "Welcome to the State Department. My name is Secretary John Hamm.
Yep.
May I offer you an hors d'oeuvre?"
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. He's drinking an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And he's in a suit, like a pristine 3-piece suit. And it's like a weird color, like cream.
I don't really know how John Hamm.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah. He's just like.
Thanks for coming. I'm Jackie Treehorn.
Yeah, exactly. His wife comes in and brings him a drink, and he pats her on the ass. Yeah, come.
And he just kind of whispers, "Yeah, we still do that here."
Sit with me in the spa.
Okay, this is pretty sweet.
Gentlemen, I'm sure your two great nations can come to some type of arrangement. Perhaps I can offer you whiskey balls.
Oh my God, that would broker any. You could solve the Middle East. You could solve problems in the Middle East with these whiskey balls.
Yeah, just don't tell them there's pork in it.
Oh my God.
I want to drink the fucking sauce at the
If I do end up getting a Pizzone later, I'm going to dip my Pizzone in that. Oh.
Okay, so what else do we got? What about like the Department of Homeland Security? I'm thinking Jack Bauer.
There you go.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay.
No, not even Kiefer Sutherland. Just Jack Bauer.
The fictional character, Jack Bauer.
He has to just be that guy.
Yeah.
I would pick some old toothless guy from West Virginia who threatens people with a gun when they get too close to his porch. That's our
mountain man.
That's our head of Homeland Security.
I'm guessing he's barefoot most of the time.
Yeah.
And he's got he doesn't have a traditional office like everyone else. He has a tree house outside the White House. Yeah. He just sits up in it with binoculars all day,
looking at his office for possible saboteurs.
Right. He's got the whole thing rigged up with tripwire.
Yeah. There's like a poorly designed dummy made out of like burlap sacks full of oatmeal.
It's got like a little smiley drawn on the front. Now you go. Now you all be ready.
Yeah.
FBI.
The guy from CSI.
Who, Grissom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you mean
Horatio Caine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, you
Meet the new boss. You won't lose your pants. Have a glass of buttermilk, baby.
I'm thinking as far as like investigation type guys. Does the guy who used to host Unsolved Mysteries, is he still around?
Oh yeah, that's it. No, you know what? The announcer for Unsolved Mysteries. Ooh, the guy's. You know the guy's voice I'm talking about? No, the murder. He has this fucking great A&E for. And that's when they discovered the body. Like his voice is always trembling.
He always sounds like he's really. He has to exhale. Like he's like been holding his breath for too long.
Department of Travel.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Eddie Money.
Nothing.
Yeah, there you go. The Money Man.
2 tickets to paradise.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Put O.J. in there. Slowly.
Just an old train conductor.
Yep. Department of, we're talking about transportation, right?
Yeah, that's
Department of Transportation.
Yeah, that's it.
Who?
George Carlin as Mr.
Yeah,
Conductor.
the conductor, yeah. That's it. Bring George Carlin back.
Yeah.
Percy, by this point, had had enough of Thomas's shit.
Yeah.
So he smacked him right in his smug little pecker-looking face.
God, I wonder if there's outtakes that exist anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm
George
sure.
Carlin on the
sure.
set. Oh, Jesus. I need to Google that.
Secretary of Transportation, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, yes!
Whoa!
There you go.
That's a good pick.
Welcome to the Department of Transportation.
Today in the government,
Yeah.
Hammond fixes a bike.
James May. It's the best. My favorite is when he says James May. James May.
And I make it a jailable offense to change lanes without signaling.
I draft legislation that makes all Americans call it a bonnet.
It's under the hood. Excuse me, the what? I'm sorry. Did you just call it a hood?
Oh, that won't do.
I think we got a successful.
You stupid man!
Yeah, do we have a functioning government yet? Or did we just basically put a bunch of fictional characters and celebrities in a bunch of roles that
So,
they're probably not that good
Here's
at?
the thing. We have solved nothing,
Right? We solved no problems.
but we have.
We did get elected.
Oh God, my ear is itchy. You ever had an itchy ear?
Yeah,
That's a
sometimes.
weird
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone got buttermilk.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yeah, and pants.
And pants. His dungarees.
No, I think I don't know, man.
Pants are just institutionalized slavery, dude. Free the dong.
Free the dog.
Free the dog.
Hashtag free the dog. That's
Hashtag
for the
free the
next.
dog.
That's for the next election cycle.
Yeah, when
We
we
just gotta get reelected.
a cause worth campaigning for.
Oh gosh.
I have never been more behind any cause than the free the nipple cause. I'm all about that.
It just aligns with my interests. I can't quite explain
I
it.
can't put my finger on. I mean, I can put my finger on.
I could.
And I will.
Probably not allowed.
I
but-
feel that I, as an American, have a right to those nutrients.
Sorry, I'm
just miming touching a nipple.
putting my finger on it.
Free the nipple.
Sorry. All right.
This is
I'm
bad
done.
radio.
But for real, though, don't make a big deal about women breastfeeding in public.
Yeah.
No, can we stop with that,
You're a
please?
tool.
Yeah, it's another. That's the thing. It's just who gives a shit. That should be his slogan.
Who cares?
Who,
There
gives,
you
a,
go.
who gives a shit?
Tim
We
the
got real
Jobs Van
problems.
Taylor. Who gives a shit? We got real problems.
Put that on a bus.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of think we did a decent job.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically crafted like a politician that aligns with basically what we seem to
Yeah.
think, which is
Yeah.
who gives a shit about all this other shit.
A blue collar guy who can take a punch with a natural smile.
Yeah.
Who you want to sit down and have a couple beers with.
Yeah. Someone likable that will also find a way for you to have work.
And we'll have Chuck Norris in charge of our nation's defense.
Yeah. I still think Taco Bell guy should be in there somewhere.
Department of
Innovation?
Department of Twitter.
Department
Is
of
that a
Innovation.
thing?
The Department of Innovation.
Isn't there a Department of Innovation? Or is there
I don't
not?
know, but there is now.
There sure should
Tim
be.
the Jobs Man Taylor can do whatever the fuck he
Yes,
wants.
he can.
The Department of Snacks. That one will also be headed by Tommy Chong.
Yeah. Yes. The head of the EPA also.
EPA by day, snacks by night.
And no evil shall escape my sight.
I think we're good. I think we got a candidate.
Yeah, we did all right.
So remember, when 2020 rolls around, if you don't vote for
a 2020 mystery,
Tim the Jobsman Taylor, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah. Fucking dum-dum.
You goddamn stupid idiot.
Jobs? Buttermilk.
Oh God.
Votes?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, that was relatively pointless, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was successful, I think.
All right.
When we come back, we return with recommendations.
Yes.
And what we learned
to wreck your shit. and what we learned to learn you, so we're gonna take you to school.
Yeah.
Next time, after the break, on the Three Dudes podcast.
Too much meat, man. Yeah. Just say too much meat.
Way too much meat. I'm perfectly sober. That's the sad thing.
Hi.
Welcome back
Hey.
to the Three Dudes podcast.
We are Ham.
Slam.
And Drog.
We are here
To present
Some really,
stunning and wonderful,
recommendations.
which we think
will really
Churn your buttocks.
allow us to
short stack of pancakes at IHOP.
for only 49 cents.
I just want to throw a wrench into it. All right.
Now, this my recommendation for this week is one you fellows are already aware of, but I would like to recommend it to you again, and also to the listeners out there, because this guy needs as much popularity as possible.
Oh boy.
He goes by the alias of Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he has an album. It's on Spotify. You can listen to it all on Spotify or on YouTube.
I love this album.
Entitled Redneck Shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I highly encourage you to listen to it. I'm not going to spoil a single thing.
Yep. Just listen to it.
Just go listen.
Can you give some track titles?
Yes. Some of the track titles include Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass. Mm-hmm. Which one of you queers is going to suck my dick? Fuck you, bitch. And Can't Fuck You Off of My Mind.
Yep. He has a new album out.
Does he really?
Oh, really?
I encourage you all to look up a video. You're going to have to go on Pornhub, so get ready with your browser history clearing. Go on. Don't watch the YouTube version. Watch the Pornhub version.
Oh my
for
God.
a music video by Wheeler Walker Jr. for a song called "Puss in Boots." It's yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, it's a good video.
You really know you're an edgy artist when your uncensored video has to be hosted on Pornhub.
Yeah. I don't want to. I really so badly want to sing the lyrics to the song, but I don't want to ruin anything for anybody.
Yeah, just go listen to all the Wheeler Walker Jr. you can.
Yeah.
Oh, guy's so funny.
Yeah.
It is so good, so very, very good.
He was recently close, but up by Pittsburgh, and he was charging like $10 a ticket.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was dirt cheap. He was at some comedy club with his band.
Yeah.
So I think the next time he comes in town, I want to pay the money and go see him.
Absolutely.
What a fucking blast that would be. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one.
Ow!
Ooh, you all right?
I just stepped on a bottle cap.
That's
hurts.
not good.
Oh. My recommendation this week is I'm going to do one. I have an album.
Okay.
I was debating between two albums this week that I wanted to recommend. But I think I finally settled on something that I've been kind of playing through in the car over the past couple days. I think it's a band with maybe the best rhythm section in rock and roll.
Ooh.
And it's The Who.
Yeah.
It's an album by The Who.
Yeah.
The rhythm section, of course, is John Entwistle on bass, one of the greatest unsung heroes of the bass guitar, and Keith Moon the Loon,
Yeah.
on the drums. The greatest
Yeah.
Just the fucking greatest rock and roll drummer.
The most insane rock drummer in history.
Like the epitome of rock and roll.
Yeah,
Keith
seriously.
fucking Moon. Keith Moon, all right, I gotta tell one quick Keith Moon story.
Is this the one that I think you've told me this one before? It's a good one.
It's a show they were played at a place called the Cow Palace in the UK. And Keith Moon, before his set with The Who, was backstage drinking and taking drugs like you do. Yeah. And one of the roadies came up to him and had these horse tranquilizers, and he gave 2 of them to Keith.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, man, take a half one of these. These are really good. And Keith is like, what are they? And the guy's like, well, they're horse tranquilizers, but you only have to take, he had 2 in his hand, and he's like, you only have to take half of one. It'll knock you out. Keith Moon grabs both of them and fucking just downs them right there. And the roadie goes, what the fuck are you doing? You only need half. And he looks at him and says, I'm Keith fucking Moon. And then walks out onto the stage and passes out behind his drum kit. Rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus. They don't make them like that
No,
anymore.
they sure don't. So, go listen to an album by The Who. I was trying to decide on which one to recommend to you because they're all so very good.
Yeah.
But the one I'm going to settle on is just the easiest, most accessible one for any normal ear. Who's Next?
Oh, okay.
By The Who. It was the album they did right after the rock opera Tommy. Keith Moon kind of like at his peak. It is like a staple of rock and roll. Easily one of the 25 best rock albums ever made.
Nice.
Bargain, Baba O'Reilly is on that album.
Yeah.
Won't Get Fooled Again. If you get the chance, listen to Keith Moon's isolated drum track from Won't Get Fooled Again, because it's one of the finest pieces of rock and roll drumming ever laid down on wax. It's so fucking cool. So yeah, pick up that album. That's one everybody should have in their collection. It's a great record.
The Who's great.
Yeah, dude. The older I get, I always loved The Who when I was a teenager, because it was like Led Zeppelin was for like the crazy pot smoking groove monkeys, which I was, and I love Led Zeppelin. But The Who they spoke to my cynical side, like the real angry. It was punk rock before there was a name for punk rock.
Yeah, right.
And they were like pissy and you know what I mean, angry. Very angry, and it's great rock and roll for people who are angry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just concentrated angst.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's all Pete Townsend.
Yeah,
and it's just the whole band is a group of fucking misfits. They're all different from one another completely. They're all fucking completely different people who probably all hated each other at some point, and they just fucking rock. They're incredible. So yeah, pick up that album. Good one.
Totally.
That's sick.
Yeah.
My recommendation, actually, I was going to recommend something. I changed my mind. I want to talk about a place that I was this last weekend called Maze Valley Winery and Craft Brewery.
Nice.
It's real close to us here.
Now,
so
is that maize as in a labyrinth or maize as in corn?
Maize as in corn.
Okay.
Yeah. And they are about 45 minutes away from here. So if you're in the Youngstown or, Kent or Akron area, whatever, it's pretty close. I don't know if I just said this or not. It's in Hartville.
Okay.
So, like I said, about 45 minutes away. I had never been to this place before, but we went because they were having, they had like live music. They had a band called Box of Squirrels, which I thought was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. They actually performed a lot of really cool stuff. They did, what is it, Space Oddity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They did, what was the other one? I don't know. They surprised us with some stuff that we weren't expecting, because it's kind of like a country band kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But this place is fantastic. They have a lot of, they have a number of wines that are really, really delicious. But their craft brew, I was so impressed with.
Nice.
And I got 2 bottles of it right now that I think one of these days for Smorpin and Dorpin, I want to open up one of those bottles.
Yeah, maybe we should do that next week.
Yeah, I think maybe we should.
Yeah, it's your week. We'll
that's a good
crack
point.
one up. Yeah.
So we'll crack that open. The bottles I bought are a beer called Monk in Public, which I thought was a pretty decent name, and it's got like it reminds me in a lot of ways of like some of these like Flanders Red or like other sour style beers.
Ned Flanders.
It's an Oakley Dokley drink if there ever was one.
Stupid sexy beer.
Stupid Flanders.
Hey, diddly ho, neighbor, got no beer over here.
But it's It's really, really good. It has kind of a sourish taste, but not exactly. I don't know how to really describe it. It's just a really rich, deep, fruity kind of like. It's incredible.
Dave Dragowski, rich, deep, and fruity.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really great beer, and they have a couple other ones that I tried, and I really enjoyed everything that I tasted
For
there.
me.
Also, they do like really nice, really great food, and they do the little pretzel-y guys and sandwiches. And
Little pretzel guys.
Little pretzel-y guys. They had goats. They had just a whole bunch of goats just running around. And the smartest business model ever with these goats, which is you pay them for feed that you feed to the goats.
Yeah. Aww.
So they got the goats, they got the feed, that you pay for the feed, you pay them to feed their goats. It's genius.
That's brilliant.
Really smart. But I super recommend this place.
Yeah.
Because it's not that far. The views are gorgeous. They just have like phenomenal tasting stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, it's nice, especially like during the summertime, to be at a winery where you're looking at the hills just kind of rolling and the sun setting, and little string lights everywhere, and just like I don't know, it's like one of those things that we won't be able to really take part in very soon as we start to work towards fall and winter. So super recommend this place, Maze Valley. Go there, buy beer, drink wine, eat cheese.
Sounds
super
good.
recommend it. Love this place.
Yeah.
That's great.
Little hidden gem.
Little hidden gem.
Little hidden gem.
Little hidden gem. Yeah, a little hidden gem.
A diamond in the roughs. Anywho.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
That doesn't work.
No.
All right.
Anyway,
Did we learn anything, or are we just as fucking stupid as we were when we sat down an hour ago?
I think we are just as stupid.
Yeah?
We did learn stuff, but that didn't make us
yeah.
smarter.
I certainly learned a few things.
What'd you learn?
I wrote down, don't trust party Italians.
Wait, is that something we learned?
Yeah, party Italian.
Yeah, because they'll sell you a shitty Stromboli.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wonder Bread Wops.
Just
can't have one, yeah.
Just like Italian festival in Akron. I'm sorry, but just like be careful.
Not Italian enough.
Be careful.
Not Italian enough.
Yeah.
Not enough cologne.
I learned the customer is always wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't say always, but most of the time they're pretty wrong.
Yeah.
I would say like 98% of the time, if you're a customer somewhere, you're the wrong person.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
It's safe to assume the customer is wrong until proven otherwise.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I can agree with this.
And don't be punchable.
Don't be punchable.
If you're punchable, you won't become president.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ted Cruz's major sin is punchability.
Yeah. He's real high on the punchability scale.
Oh, God.
He's right up there with I don't know, who do I hate?
Maybe Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, Kathy Griffin.
Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah. Oh, fuck Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, some real punchable faces.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he has a real punchable
I love the guy. Great motion pictures, but
wanna
man,
hit him.
Everyone wants to hit him.
face.
He's just got. He looks like every fucking fedora wearing.
It's part of it's his voice too. I was just thinking when I was
Yeah, right.
when I was doing this, I was just trying to channel this fucking shitty movie that you've never heard of from 30 years. Shut the fuck up.
When I hear him
Quentin.
talk, remember the dude from Revenge of the Nerds? That's
Yeah.
like, "Grrr." It's like that comes out in me when I hear Quentin Tarantino say anything.
What did I learn here? I learned that the guy who wrote the Anarchist Cookbook is a puss baby.
Puss baby.
I just wrote a repugnant amount of Stromboli.
A possibly traitorous, maybe illegal amount of Stromboli.
A questionably rotten amount of Stromboli.
The amount of Stromboli that reveals a deep lack of moral character.
Yeah, I learned if you want to be president, you need to not be punchable, but be able to take a punch.
Yeah.
And you also need to be able to knock back a couple beers with the boys.
Yeah. Just, cracking a cold one with the boys.
I also learned that pants and buttermilk is the secret to success in American politics.
Yeah, I did I write anything? No, I didn't write anything. I wrote people really sympathize with a man who can't find his pants.
Like, where's his pants?
I said, where'd the pants go?
He would put his pants on one leg at a time, but he can't find them. We We got
From American Dream to American Nightmare.
Oh, God.
I wrote, stop letting dumb people deposit loads.
Yeah.
We really need a department of pre-parenthood.
Yeah.
That just runs in and goes, no, you don't.
Nope.
And just pulls the guy's
Oh,
pelvis.
Jesus. Yeah.
It just pulls his pelvis back.
Yep.
It just stops that from happening.
Yep. Spraying it into the wind.
I wrote meat, eat some. Which we certainly did.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Balls.
Late recommendation with the little recipe she talked about on air. Make those fucking whiskey
Oh
balls.
my god, they're
Make
so
some whiskey
good.
balls.
Yeah, oh
So
my god.
fucking tasty.
They just smashed on a whole plate of that shit.
Just buy like a bag of frozen meatballs and just cover them in that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So tasty. Yeah, I'm like looking at this bowl over here going, I just want to eat it with my hands.
I know. Oh.
Yeah.
This is leftover sauce.
Yeah. Oh. No.
Do we learn anything else?
That's
really it. Everyone needs buttermilk.
Everyone needs buttermilk.
Yeah, bring back milkmen.
Yeah, bring back
milkmen.
milkmen. Yeah, I want shit in a glass jar brought to my house every
Hell
day.
yeah.
That's like emblematic of how we fucked up. No one brings you milk anymore.
Or ice.
Yeah, we're ice. I guess we don't need
We
to.
don't need to.
But it'd be nice.
Wouldn't you hate to be the guy at the end of the street? And the ice is all melting. Oh, this is just cold water.
Oh, why can't you deliver to me first?
I don't want to drink this now. I want to drink it later.
Oh, it's all wet.
Ah, damn it.
Well,
I guess that's it.
on that note, we'll see all you folks next time when Drog
Yes.
comes up to host.
Yeah, God, I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Yeah.
We should just talk about boobs.
Let's talk about breasts for 2
I'll do
hours.
that.
I will definitely do a 2-hour episode on boobs. I'm all about that life.
I'm pretty sure we could do that.
Yeah, we definitely could do that.
It's a subject near and dear to my heart.
Boobs. Yeah.
Free the nipple.
It's a subject
free
near and
the
dear to
nipple.
my face.
Yeah, next time on Three Dudes Podcast.
Boobs.
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 Probably.
Make boobs. Definitely
Boobs.
boobs.